Transport, and who's the direct person that we will want to influence on expenditure, is unfortunately able to attend today, but he will be meeting Kim and David Brannan at a meeting on the 28th of May to discuss the campaign. It's encouraging that so many of you have participated today, and by doing so have shown your passion for cycling and your commitment to a key form of what we call active travel, and also to reducing Scotland's carbon emissions. Active travel plays a very important part in helping Scotland to meet our ambitious climate change targets, where we have probably the world's most ambitious target, that is to reduce our emissions of harmful greenhouse gases by as much as 42% by 2020. It's a challenging objective, and infrastructure for our active travel is clearly an important element of this. And Scotland's national cycle network has over 2,000 miles of cycle routes, with 44 million trips being made annually. And this continues to grow, as it must do. And I know this is a key safety objective of the campaign. The Scottish Government and our partners are committed to making it easier and safer for people to cycle, and that is why we're investing, as Kim and David have alluded to, 50 million over the next spending review. Can you hear me? Sorry, I'll go louder. The Scottish Government, do you hear me now? The Scottish Government has also provided additional funding to Cycling Scotland to develop a mutual respect campaign aimed at all road users, which will launch this August. This seeks to improve the safety of all road users, and of course this is a especially important issue for cyclists, as we've heard. We're also currently updating the Cycling Action Plan for Scotland, and the refreshed Action Plan for Scotland 2013 document will be published as soon as that exercise is complete this year. And of course, the headline figures on cycling... Excuse me, sir, can I just finish my speech, please? In terms of infrastructure, don't include all support for active travel. And an initiative led by Keith Brown, ministers covering transport, environment, myself, sport and education are now meeting regularly to try and find out how we can use our existing portfolio expenditures to better effect to try and promote cycling across Scotland, and to ensure this happens across all of Scotland. One fund I'd like to draw to your attention, because I'm responsible for it, is the Climate Challenge Fund. That's worth about £10 million per annum. Although it is meant to cover all sorts of expenditure on low carbon, making Scotland a low carbon country, I just want to draw your attention to it. It can fund cycling projects, and encourage as many community groups that might be represented here, indeed parent councils of schools, to try and draw down that fund, because it's a very good way in which we can promote cycling, rather than just the infrastructure, try and promote the cycling. That fund has spent £2 million so far on cycling-only projects, not just active travel projects. And indeed, we've got an incentive to try and improve cycling outside of our cities. So there's a very good project in Treetown in Dumfries and Galloway, which is looking at providing training for people to use bikes, providing bikes on loan to people who can't afford them, and also trying to help them with maintenance. So that's an example of what can be used under Climate Challenge Fund. There's no reason why people here today couldn't go home and get together with their friends in the community and apply for more funding through that route. We're also using the Sustainable Action Fund, which is providing more large-scale projects. One in Scottish Borders, which is £157,000, putting new cycle paths to try and keep people off the main roads, so they can cycle safely between Galashiels and Peebles. And of course, just recently we launched the Active Travel campaign, Not Far, Leave the Car, which is trying to get people to use cycling or indeed walk if journeys are less than 2 miles, because we know that short car journeys are particularly damaging for the environment and totally unnecessary. And we're also, in terms of tourism, we've provided £100,000 worth of funding to try and encourage electric bikes to be used in the national park, and my colleague Richard Lockhead launched that this week. And that is proving extremely popular. A lot of businesses in the national park taking up the opportunity to try and promote that. I encourage everyone here today to get involved in the local community and to help achieve our shared vision to have 10% of all journeys made by bike by 2020.
Give us the money!
That's it, it's a vision. But more importantly, I assure the people here today that we are listening to what you're saying, and I hope we've been able to give you a flavour of some of the things we are doing through the different portfolios of government to try and promote cycling. We are working to break down the silos between different parts of government, so we use our spending power more effectively to promote cycling, and to ensure that effectiveness of our efforts on departmental budgets are maximised to achieve these shared goals. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day today, and thank Tim and David and all of you once again for the opportunity to address you here today. Thank you.